having a fantastic week once again. And always, I hope all of you are having a fantastic week. We are doing a student technology day at the Fronius facility in Portage, Indiana. When we have special guests, special vendors set up, doing live demos and trainings, and we got booths rotating every 30 minutes. We have some barbecue, but we have a variety of schools from Indiana, Illinois area. Stick with me, because as always, it's a blast. Let's go. The stainless booth, one of my favorites. We've been doing a lot of stainless seminars, and I have Buddha himself, Sean, and he's going to explain what he's doing in this booth. So we're doing stainless robotics. Okay. So we have a ABB robot arm.
Kuka robot.
Kuka, I was way off. But we have some fillet welds set up here.
One on 5mm material. This one we're showing a PMC process, which is our advanced bolts for low heat input on the root pass, and then showing the students how we've worked. If you got to get a bigger weld for it to not have to add more wire, you can do it with the robot motions. The second one is a super thin type material, like from their appliances, whatnot, that we're doing the CMT mix for it. So the CMT mix, we can show them that you can combine two processes in one for it to get faster travel speeds with no burn through.
We made it to the Hypertherm booth, and we have the one and only Ken Pataki.
Good morning.
And he is going to break down Hypertherm in literally 45 seconds. Can we do it? So what is Hypertherm all about, Ken?
Hypertherm is about plasma cutting. And what it is a 40,000 degree arc where you need an inverter power supply, a gas, which is compressed air, and a way to start it. It's a contact start. As long as we have a good ground hooked up to the material we are cutting, we'll be able to cut any material that we can hook up to.
So you can do aluminum, stainless steel, so anything conductive.
Copper, bronze.
If I'm just getting into plasma cutting, what things do I need to get started? So obviously I need a plasma cutter.
Yes, you need to know what power you have at your facility.
Do you have plasma cutters that run off 110?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so they do have 110.
Yes, PowerMax 30 XP and 30 air.
So 30 air is
a built-in air compressor unit, so the only thing you need is actually 110 power.
Nice. So you can be portable. So on the bigger plasma cutters, I know like air compressor size and everything makes a difference, like
yes.
CFM.
Correct.
So you want to make sure you have the right air compressor. That'd be another one, correct?
Yes, correct. Right air compressor. With the standard power, we need to know the thickness that you're cutting to determine what plasma cutter would best suit you. And that would be from edge startings and piercing size.
Okay. So in the literature on your website, does it show, based on which machine you buy, how much CFM you need, or which recommended air compressor?
Yes, that would be all in your manual.
All right, so check them out on their website.
Thank you.
We have Steve from Yaskawa, or Motoman. Some of you have heard of Motoman before, and I think they changed the name back to Yaskawa, and what, a few years ago?
About 10 years ago now.
Oh, it's been 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting old. So Steve here has a collaborative robot, and collaborative robots are starting to get more and more out in the industry. So Steve, what is the reason for collaborative robots?
The reason for collaborative robots is so that people can interface with robots. So the collaborative robots don't need a cage like a traditional robot does. They are power and force limited. So if you run into them, they will stop. They also can be hand guided. This particular application, we also have a sensor. This sensor will allow us to monitor stop state and also monitor the speed of the robot. So if I had a semicircle, twin semicircles on the floor, you could walk into the semicircle, the robot would slow down. You could walk into the second one, the robot would stop. So the whole idea behind a collaborative is to have interaction between humans and the robot without having to have them caged. This is not a robot you would weld with, but it's a robot you might tend to weld itself with, where people could work in collaboration with the robot.
Made it to the Weldstar booth, and I'm going to ask Tom here a simple question. All right. And the simple question is simple because why? Because it's right there on the monitor. So what does a welding distributor do?
Well, it's pretty easy. We buy, we sell, we deliver.
Perfect.
So we are the extension for the manufacturer. So Weldstar has about 18 sales guys within about a 100-mile radius versus a manufacturer that might have 18 across the country. So we are the sales extension for the manufacturer.
Perfect. So you support all that equipment too that you sell?
Absolutely. We repair it, we service it. If somebody needs help with it, that's my job to go out and make sure they're doing it right, understand the equipment, and getting the best they can out of it.
One of your expertise as well as gas, or industrial gas for welding, or medical, or cutting.
We do specialty gases for laboratories as well. All the apparatus, the regulators, all the cutting equipment, of course all the welding equipment as well. You name it, we should know about it.
Awesome. Well, now you know what a welding distributor does.
Thanks, Chris.
We're going in the robotic TIG welding booth with my friend Eric. You've seen in other videos, and Eric is doing robotic TIG welding, or arc TIG. And what are you trying to achieve, Eric?
So right now, what we're doing is we're just welding with arc TIG, like you said, trying to get full penetration on 6mm material.
Okay. With any edge prep, are you doing a bevel?
Nope. No prep. We're just running straight through the seam. We do have some vacuum gas as well, just so we don't have any oxidation on the backside.
We made it to the Flametech booth. We have the one and only Chuck.
How's it going?
And we're going to discuss some things on oxy-fuel cutting.
Absolutely.
And so you were talking about a special blend.
No, what we're working today is propylene. The big difference in propylene and acetylene is propylene is a much more stable gas than acetylene. One of the things with acetylene is you have a cylinder, it's pretty heavy, it's filled with a porous mass and diffused with acetone, where propylene is put in a hollow cylinder a lot like propane is. Heating, it's pretty close to what we can get out of acetylene, but it's much more versatile, much more safe to operate, and you don't have a lot of the perils you have with acetylene. Acetylene, you can only go up to 15 psi. With propylene, we can pump it up to 50 psi, and that way we can run the much larger heating heads up to 1.25 billion BTUs, much larger. So we have a lot more heating capabilities with propylene than we do with acetylene.
Oxy-fuel in general, it is pretty versatile if you look at the big picture of oxy-fuel.
Very versatile. So if you're out in the middle of nowhere and you've got an oxyacetylene rig, you can do anything with it. You can cut, you can weld, you can heat. No need for power, air compressors, any of that. So very, very versatile. And you think you can heat something up to 2,000 degrees, or you can cut something up to 12 inches out the field, no problem.
Yeah, no, as myself, I work out of a pole barn, so having oxy-fuel makes sense for me, exactly what you hit on. Being portable, what happens if you have to preheat or post-heat anything,
Yep.
Versatility.
Absolutely.
So check out Flametech. I got Terrence. What's going on, man?
Not a whole lot, just doing a little twin welding.
Ooh, twin welding. Terrence is going to explain tandem or twin wire or twin arc welding. Is there other term? Is there any other terms, or is that about it?
In the Fronius world, we've got CMT twin, time twin. It's all tandem arc.
Got it. So I'm looking over here, and there's 2 power supplies, right?
That is correct.
So why do we need 2 power supplies?
So we have 2 power supplies. Each one controls one of the arcs on that torch. So I've got a lead arc and a trail arc.
So he has a lead arc and a trail arc, and they all come out of one torch?
That is correct.
All right, so we got the torch right there. 2 wires, 1 torch. So how hot does this nozzle get?
Right now?
Yeah.
It is water cooled actually, so I can grab onto that sucker pretty much whenever I want. Once it's done welding, keep it nice and cool for us.
Okay. What does the wire feeder look like?
Wire feeder. So we've got a new system. this guy over here with both of them, 2-drive system.
Okay.
Lead trail.
Lead trail, is that what number 1 and number 2 means?
That is correct.
Okay, got it. That's a nice compact feeder.
Yep.
All right, so what's the benefits of twin wire welding?
Twin wire welding, depending on what you're doing, you can either get more deposition or higher travel speeds in the end.
Mm-hmm, got it. So really somebody that's looking at twin wire, they're looking for productivity?
Most of the time, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Increased deposition, sounds good. All right, let's weld, man.
Right.
Want to? I'm here with Terrence. Say hi, Terrence.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Having a good day?
So far, so good. Can't complain.
So far, so good.
Yep.
At least you didn't say living the dream.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Living a dream, guys.
Yeah. All right. So, Terrence.
Yes.
I have a question for you.
What's up, bud?
Why should someone get in the welding industry?
Why should someone get into the welding industry?
Yes.
Depends on what you want to do in your life. If you want to get into the welding industry more for like the internet fame and everything like that, then you should go with the TIGging route and be more artistic and creative and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to get into the like you want to be a mechanical type of person working on auto bodies, like Chevys, Fords, and everything like that, you probably want to learn how to do some stick welding, some MIG welding to do your frame assemblies and everything like that. The overall reason I would get into welding, honestly, is because it's a lucrative career. It's always going to be a fast-paced, high in-demand job that you can always go with. There's always a demand for somebody to weld who actually knows how to weld, should I say, because anybody can put 2 pieces of metal together, but it takes a real a talented person or individual to be able to do that and make it look nice and fit upright and actually function.
Nice. So endless opportunities.
Yes, endless opportunities.
All right, thank you, sir.